Delivery man, is he coming to my door? No, he's gone to the neighbours again. Australia Post, give me deliveries. No, don't go to them. Delivery man, are you coming to my door? Delivery man, bring me presents galore. Delivery man, come on, dude. 'Cause I'd really like a present or I'll be in a mood. Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. Today is my completed colouring pages for May 2022 video. So let's get started. So to begin with, we'll do the colour by number type of books. And the first one I worked on was this Rilakkuma character book. Sort of rectangle shapes or square shapes. The first two I did, now this book is double-sided, so I did the first two in pencils, which were Crayola twistable pencils, just to make sure there was no bleed through. I wasn't sure at this stage if the pages would bleed through or not, so that's why I went with pencils. And I did full colouring of the squares, because they're not quite squares, they're more type of rectangle shapes on these two pictures. So the best option was to colour in the full rectangle. And the first one is of Rilakkuma and the second one is Rilakkuma. Now I went to the back then after doing those two pages just to see if there would be bleed through if I use something heavier than pencil. And this one, they were more square shapes. And I used the M.A.G.G dual tip markers, so the fine liner end, and did the checkerboard method. And this is what came up, and it's 3 characters. It was good to test it. They definitely don't bleed through, which was what I was trying to find out. So if it's double-sided, I can use something rather than pencil. So I went back and did 2 more. So the next 2 pages with the brush tip end of the M.A.G.G water-based markers. And I got these 2 pictures, and with no bleed through, so I can actually use marker quite happily. So that was the first book. Next, I did 2 images from this space colouring book by Colour Questopia. Now, I think these were for my May Coloropoly rolls that were from Sarah at Chronic Colouring Down Under. I've lost the sheet where I wrote all the details down. So sorry, Sarah. So I'm not sure what ones I did for that and which ones weren't for that now, but I do believe space was one of them. So I did this one, and I used just a bunch of brush markers that I've got in a pencil case. They're all different brands. So and a bit of alcohol markers on this one for the background. So I really like the way these ones come out. That was the first one, and so I thought I'd do another one. And that's the second one. Same thing, just miscellaneous brush markers. And I added the stars in with a Uniball Signo pen. So they were the 2 that were space themed. Next, I've seen these books on a couple of channels, so I wanted to just try one. It's the cross-stitch style adult colouring book. This one I got vintage tattoo designs, being that I am a tattooed lady. And yeah, I only got the one because I wasn't sure how I would like it. It is on premium paper, like really nice shiny paper. And well, to be honest, I fell in love with it. I've since ordered 2 more of these books. I just love it. I don't know what it is about it. I thought it was going to be really hard to do, like with these tiny symbols in the crosses. I had no chance of being able to see what was going on, but I was completely wrong. I absolutely love them. So I did 5 in this book. So there's the first one, and they were all done with M.A.G.G dual tip markers. As you can see, I've written down there. So this one's Lucky Charm. Then we got Anchored to Me. I didn't have, like, this was my navy. You can see on theirs, and the navy's almost black, but I like this colour blue actually. Like, the colours don't have to be perfect. It's what you can get that's close enough, but yeah, it just goes down so nicely on this paper. So yeah, I think that's why I fell in love with this book. So this is your all-seeing eye. I'll add the word eye even though it's not there. Swallow My Heart. And the last one, Dueling Serpents. I just absolutely love it. I didn't think I would, but yeah, I do. Okay, so that was all of the colour by numbers. This one is a Spiral Mandala Volume 2. Now, I hope these come out okay, because they're really hard to see on the naked eye. But when you look at them on the viewfinder of the camera, you can see the pattern within the spiral, but when I look at it on the naked eye, I can't necessarily see it so well, so I won't know till editing how well it comes out. But I did this one again, Ohuhu Jewel markers, which are your water-based markers, and I obviously spilt some water on it after I've done it. I don't know if you can see the two sort of faded out splotches there where water has hit the picture. I mean, I really do like the pattern inside it. That's why I hope it comes out well in the video. Same with this one. Love the pattern that I can see through the camera viewfinder, but when I look down on the page, I can't see it. And this one, I use the Languo gel pens that I got from AliExpress. They were the two I did from the Spiral Mandalas book. Okay, now we go to the straight colouring books I did. Now, this first one I showed last month in my haul. It's Pastel Goth, and it was a gift from a subscriber and Patreon, Auntie Bum or Angela, and she had a request that I colour in one of the cats in a grey colour as a dedication to her boy cat who's now passed on, named Nuada. Now, I hope I have pronounced that correctly. If I haven't, Angela, I apologise profusely. So I picked this one. What I did with this one, so this, it doesn't look like it's as coloured in as it is, but I actually have coloured in every part of it. So I've obviously got, as requested, Nuada there in grey. And the moon and these crystals I did with glitter glue. Now, the clouds are done with chalk pastels. All of the background's done with grey pastel, chalk pastel, so it's very faint. But like I said, every part of it is coloured. It might not come through the camera as well. Angela, I hope you do like this image. I know you also coloured in the same one, so it was sort of an unofficial buddy colour, and I'll pop your one up there as well so we can make it an official buddy colour. So thank you, Angela, for the book and for doing the colour with me, and I hope this is a good dedication to your boy. Okay, so May in the drawing community, if you are an artist, is known as Mermaid. So I, being not an artist, looked for some colouring pages that were mermaids, and what a good place to start with 50 ocean miniatures. So I did 3 books. Oh, sorry, not 3 books. I did 3 pages in this one. And here is the first one. It was done with alcohol inks and glitter gel pens. I added the musical notes myself coming off the harp. And so what do you have here? You have a mercat, a mer rabbit, and a mer mouse. And I got a little bit more adventurous with doing some of the, going over some of the lines with a slightly darker marker and putting the scales in glittery bits on the tail. So that's me getting adventurous in my art journey. So yay me. That's the first one. And the second one is another mer bunny or mer rabbit sitting on her treasure chest and checking out her jewels. Now, I did the mer bunny in Brutfuna coloured pencils, and all of the background is done with alcohol markers, except these crystals. I used the glitter pens, glitter paintish pens I got from Smiggle. I showed them in my last haul video. When I coloured them in, they were sparkling. They were amazingly covered in glitter, but now that it's been sitting here for the month waiting to be shown, there doesn't seem to be much of a glitter effect left, if any glitter effect left. They just turn out to be regular sort of markers. So I don't know where the glitter goes. Like, I can't see it on the opposite page like it's rubbed off. It's just dissolved. So that's a bit of a letdown. Not happy with the Smiggle ones, to be honest. All right, and the last one I did, now I know this was another one of my Coloropoly draws, which was to use a medium I don't normally use. So I used my Derwent watercolor pencils. These aren't intense ones or anything like that. These are the sort of medium price range, just plain old watercolor pencils. And as I don't use that a lot, I did it on this page, which is why this page is a bit crinkly, but I don't mind that at all. And I added a few more bubbles to fill the page out a bit more. So I'm quite happy with this one, considering it's definitely a medium I don't use a lot, but I don't mind it being a bit crinkly at all. I'm not showing these in a gallery. If I do, I'll iron it or something, or we'll just call it M.A.G.G. the early years, and it'll sell for a fortune. So they were the three I did in the 50 Ocean Miniatures, but we are not done with mermaids yet. Oh no, I found two more. Yeah, two more that I did in the Chibi Girls Jade Summer book. And here is book number, or book, why do I keep saying book? Page number 1. And this was done with alcohol markers and just a bit of white Signo gel pen to go over the bubbles, and maybe a bit of glitter pen here and there to emphasize some of her scales and her eyes. So I really do like the way all of my colouring comes out in this Jade Summer book, because it's grayscale. I find grayscale really great for beginner colorists personally, because it puts the shade in for you. You've just got to go over it with a colour. So you get amazing looking images with little effort, and I'm really quite happy with that one. And the second one was this one, same thing, alcohol markers, but I think she's more of a siren. I actually left the mountain range in this one uncoloured, because I thought it gave it the nice grey ominous tone it needed to it, and I went over the line work that they had for the water in the Signo gel pen again, and I like the effect it gives. And yeah, I'm really quite happy again with this image as well. So that's all the mermaids. No more mermaids, I promise. Now this book, I got this book secondhand at an op shop, as we call them here in Australia, and there's a lot of repeating type patterns in this book, as you can see, like that, and then there's also quite detailed animal images, but I found a couple of repeating pattern pages, and I got brave and I got really artistic for me. So let me show you the first one. As you may be able to see, this one was a repeating page of white hexagons, and when I saw it I instantly thought of Pac-Man, even though Pac-Man's it was a pixelated game because it's from the 80s. So I penciled out Pac-Man and the ghosts in these Faber-Castell color grip pencils. So yeah, I just grabbed the 12 pack of them and colored out the ghosts, whose names are, now I'm pretty sure that's Clyde. Now, you know I'm going to quickly pause the video here and do a Google so I don't look like an idiot. So actually Clyde is the orange one, that's Pinky, that's Blinky, and that's Inky. I always thought Clyde was the red one, but no, the orange one is Clyde. I coloured in Pac-Man and the ghosts. Then I did a light wash of just black watercolour to fill in the rest of the background. So I thought that was really kind quite brilliant for me. For me, I'm not saying that this is the best art ever, but yeah, that I actually got some inspiration from just looking at a repeating pattern. But I didn't stop there. No, 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 I did another one. Brace yourselves, I got really brave this month. There was this one. Now this one was like a nature repeating pattern. It had rabbits and some birds and trees and bushes, etc. And this pattern sort of just repeated all over the page. And when I was looking at it, I had that thing that I can't remember what it's called. Is it paragolia? Close, it's pareidolia. I had to look that one up too. But yeah, I had a moment of pareidolia where I saw like a face of a tree man or a pagan god, I guess you could say. So I coloured it in as I saw it. So the red bit is obviously his hair and beard. So that's his hair, his eyebrows and his beard. I could have cut it off there and made it more round, but I sort of like the fact he might have had like little bits he could plait or put beads in, almost Viking-like. And naturally he had to have bright green eyes, and I used a fleshy tone for the rest of his face, and then I blacked out the rest of the background so that the face stood out. What did I use for this one? Just various brush markers again, and that's the sort of tree god face. So it was really quite brave. Like I said, this is brave of me to attempt to do altered art pages or altered colouring pages. I do want to thank Doodle Robot and her channel for this, because she's doing some awesome work with altered colouring pages, and that's what got me the idea to look to see if I can find anything different in a page, or zhuzh it up, as I like to say, in my own way. So they were the two I did from this book. So they were my brave art adventures for the month. Now the last book is one of my go-tos every month. I think every month there will be some sort of a swearing colouring book in my completed pages. So here is the ones I did for June. So if you don't like sweary bits, you can close your eyes and I'll let you know when you can reopen them. Or I now do chapters in my video, so you can go down and look at the chapters and skip to the end of the video if you want. But you have been warned. So here are the 3 pages I did from this one. So the first one is Asshole, which is the Americanized version. Of course, in Australia we would say asshole. Asshole, when people say it, just doesn't sound right. Sounds weird, so it's an asshole. Now, what I did with this was, again, if you watched my haul video for last month, I got some colouring pencils from Smiggle that had multiple leads in them, and I got them purposefully for doing these type of books. So this was the neon one. So I coloured in the word with the pencil to see all of the different shades come through, and then for the background flowers I did neon coloured textures, or water-based markers, as everyone seems to want to call them now. In my day they were textures. So they're all nice and bright and neon for Asshole. Now the second one, I'm not too happy with this one, but this one I used again, I showed them in the haul video, the crayons I got. There were 5 crayons with 3 different colours in each crayon. So I used them throughout the paper. They're a bit hard because they're really quite thick boys, so they're a bit hard to colour in with. Dare I say they are, in fact, a bitch to colour in with, so it's almost the perfect word. And yeah, I'm not 100% happy with the crayons. Mostly because, as I said, they're bulky and hard to colour in with. I mean, they're only novelty things. They're not meant to be for fine detail. I might keep them for some backgrounds if I want to do backgrounds where there's a lot of white in something, or I might end up donating them. I don't know yet. Not sure yet. But, yeah, so that was bitch. Again, maybe because I'm Australian, this does not seem like a swear word. I know, again, Americanisms, they like to use it like we use the C word. I mean, fellow Australians, tell me if I'm wrong on that one, but I personally don't find this as a swear word. but that's just me. And the last one I did in this book is Shitbag. And again, it's with the other pencil I got from Smiggle, which is the pastel version. So it's got several colours or pastel shades in it. And I did the word again in the pencil and then chose pastel-y type brush markers just to fill in the background. I like the way the ones where I used the Smiggle pencils came out. Yeah, again, not so happy with the one that the crayon was used on. So that is the Sweary book. Okay, to look now if you were looking away, or welcome back if you skipped chapter to this point. So yeah, that is all of the colouring pages I did for May 2022. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my pages. Just a reminder that if you are interested in joining my hashtag South Hemi Winter 2022 over on Instagram, it is for doing all sorts of crafts of winter theme, because here in the southern hemisphere it's winter now. So it is for, as I said, for colouring, for cross stitch, for diamond painting, and for any other craft that you do. And I'll pop your picture in the video I do specifically for the hashtag event, either at the end of the month or if there's not enough participants at the end of the 3 months, but you will definitely be showcased in a video. But I think that will do it for this video. I have done a lot of talking and I need to get a drink now. So no matter where you are, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.